Why do you think God instituted marriage? It's not just for procreation. In Romans 8:32, he said, you should be conformed to the image of Christ. So every spiritual system that God creates is to give you an opportunity to attain conformity, including the church, including marriage. You may think you are perfect until you have to live with somebody at close range. That's why you see that the apostle is an angry beast. That's why you see that the prophet is a liar. That's why you see that the evangelists have no control. It is an institution that reveals to you flesh. And the cure to that institution is to learn the way of love. Is to learn. So it tells the man, sacrifice all to the woman. It's a dimension of love that helps the man to step out of self. And it tells the woman, submit to your husband. It is impossible for a woman to submit. It is impossible for a man to be sacrificial. But what that economy tries to achieve is to create a dimension of the Christ, so that you become the image of God. I was in Lawrence Oyo's wedding, and the man who shared told us that God didn't say get married and be happy. Happiness is not the reason for marriage. You will be happy all the same, but the reason for marriage is to learn the image of Christ. So as he buffets you every day, you learn conformity. Every time the other person offends you, it touches layers of your flesh that is still alive. And when flesh wants to react, then the love of God appears. That is not the reaction. The reaction is to learn death. The reaction is to learn lots of. That's why he said, this is the fruit of the Spirit. He said the fruit of the Spirit is. He didn't say, the fruit of the Spirit is love. But he began to show you the tributaries of love. He said patience, long suffering, kindness, faithfulness. All of these dimensions exist when you deal with men. So the man can be callous, the man can be wicked. While you are praying for the man to be changed, he's giving you an opportunity to learn the love of God. And the love of God is to step out of flesh so that you can express the nature of Christ. This is what the cross teaches us, that we does judge. That if one died for us, then we that live no longer live for ourselves. Everything about our life becomes for God and for others. It's a way of the Spirit, and it's the journey into perfection. Many never get there. You can be a Christian for 50 years, but you will never know love. And if you don't know love, you can't be perfect. You can't be perfect. That's why even faith, Galatians 5:6, faith walketh by love. It's a nature that is in God, and it's only on the basis of the cross that can be taught, because the cross teaches you to become reasonable. And when you become reasonable, you know the way of the Spirit is the way of love.